both body and mind. Let us begin by scanning your whole body and adjusting your position, sitting in a relaxed and comfortable position, free from the tension that may arise. Begin to relax from the top of your head. Relax down to forehead, eyebrows, loosen eyelids. No need to use your eyes, since we close them down to disconnect all kinds of distraction that may come during our meditation. And making your face become soft and your head feeling light. And bring the mind back inside its own place. Continue down to relax from your neck to shoulder, back, and body. Make them free from all kinds of uncomfortable feeling, so you may adjust and resume your meditation. You can smile to yourself to opening the path of happiness into the mind. Continue to relax both of your arms down to the tips of your hands. Continue further down to your abdomen, allowing yourself breathe in and breathe out more easily. Making your whole body feeling comfortable. Then relax your legs, knees, and feet, finding the right balance. If you feeling just right or feel content in this current position without any further adjustment, that's the sign that you find yourself the balance for your body. When you are done adjusting yourself, continue on to adjust the mind. Empty your mind, putting down everything aside on this moment. Now is the time for yourself, for your mind, for the meditation. Spending these few moments to adjust in the beginning, mind and body are connected. If either one is relaxed, the other would follow. Begin to adjust the mind by imagine that you are alone with nature in a vast open space, somewhere near the river or water, where the sound and the weather make you feel peaceful and calm, suitable for inner peace. Somewhere that make body and mind feeling light or comfortable. So you may bring the mind back inside gently. Then take a deep breath. Slowly breathing it down. Maintain our mind inside ourselves as we breathe in. Rest it inside gently, slowly, without forcing the mind. Allow your mind to stay and rest. Letting yourself feeling peace and blessed with silence. And continue to observe yourself, your mind, your comfortable feeling. If you need to adjust to maintain, go ahead and adjust and resume your meditation. Sometimes our mind may wandering outside because of its nature. We can always bring back our mind as we need, when we need. Lightly imagine the sun inside yourself where you rest your mind and allow your mind to stay with the sun. Let the sun shine, bathing your mind with its peaceful light. As your mind progresses to still inside, the thought sometimes may arise, but that's alright. We can calm the mind down by reciting the mantra in our mind. Recite the mantra in the mind until the mind has calmed down. You can use your own mantra or the following mantra if you like. And the mantra is Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Continue. Recite the mantra in the mind until you feel like you don't need to use the mantra anymore, or the mantra slowly fade away by itself. Let's take our time together with everyone in this room, finding ourselves inner peace with the ambient sound of nature and water in silence until the appropriate time. Stay and still inside yourself. Once our mind finding its peace to a standstill, joy would arise, filling the mind. Allow the mind to be open to love, peacefulness, and joy would open up the mind freely without any condition. So sharing this feeling with peace and joy to the people and everyone that you love, beginning from yourself and everyone in this room. Expand and share peaceful feeling to your family and friends, wishing everyone to be free from suffering. For those who are suffer, may they be happy. For those who already happy, may they be happier, more and more. Spread love and kindness to them all. As yourself, sharing these feelings in all directions like a ripple without boundary. So spending last few moments to spread our love and kindness until the appropriate time. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe, think it out. Maintain the mind within yourself and in the balance of mindfulness and relaxation. And continue on resting your mind inside after the meditation is over. So you may find yourself be with inner peace everywhere you go. Sappha Putthanuภาเวนะ Sappha Dhammanuภาเวนะ Sappha Sanghanuภาเวนะ Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. May you all be happy and find inner peace from within. Now you may slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoy the time finding yourself inner peace with me in this evening. So allow me to check how you progress in your inner peace experience. Okay. For those who are relaxed, could you rest your hand, please? Thank you. For those who are feeling time fly by fast today or feeling body light disappear, please rest your hand, please. Thank you. Hey, wait a minute. Anyone falling asleep sometime today? Maybe not, right? So that's good. Okay. Anyone experience joy or brightness inside on this session? Very good. Today we're gonna talk about just that. But one thing you need to also be mindful on this matter is experience are just the outcome when it show it's come when you are doing correctly. And to do correctly, as the middle way meditation practice, the four foundations, aside from what I mentioned, or teaching by other teaching monk about mindfulness and relaxation are the other two that also need to be applied. And they are from the beginning. First, relaxation must attain through body and mind. Once these begin to synchronize, allow the mind to rest and become still. When you find relaxed, remember, still with mindfulness. If you still but without mindfulness, soon you will fall asleep or losing focus. But once you find relaxation and mindfulness, it must always maintain in consistency. So mindfulness and relaxation can always stay. When consistency achieved, you must always observe too. Observe what? Observe how you get to this state. And if it helps you to progress and go deeper into inner peace or stillness, that should be the way for you. But if it doesn't, you must find another approach. This is like evaluate your meditation practice and experience. If you can do this much at these four foundations, soon you will progress and achieve inner peace in no time. But sometimes for those who are new or those who are regular, may be wondering if what they have done or practicing, is it correct? So that's today I'm just gonna give you some information on how the mind is progressed. But this, please be aware, I have taught this in temple in London last Thursday. It will be the same thing, but maybe a little bit more detailed, modified, because this is the second time, so that it should be more improved than the first time. So let's take a look. In case you have questions, please feel free to send the chat to our MC today so they can get some job to do without falling asleep when I'm teaching, All right, so let's just begin our lesson today, wisdom. The progress in meditation. Let me adjust myself a little bit to the edge. There you go. Okay. All right. The progress in meditation itself, in fact, there are 3 states. But before we go to that part, let's learn from the basic for those who are new so they can learn as well. In the middle way, meditation, for those who had read, study, or learn from other place or from yourself on internet, Google. Well, every school has its own practice as well. Same thing as our middle way meditation too. Let's take a look on this foundation understanding on this middle way. Some people may be confused. Meditation is also just the same thing as vipassana. In fact, we have two, but different a little bit in our way. The middle way meditation or the Dhammakaya meditations is a little bit of two. No, actually, based on these two. But first, it must go into step. Therefore, it must start with stillness or samatha meditation. After you achieve stillness or samatha meditation, then you can go higher into vipassana, which means spatial seeing or spatial insight. Because it's so special, that is why it needs something special too to make it par with the same level. That's if you're gonna go vipassana in the middle way meditation practice. No, you can't just go. You close your eye, vipassana right away. No, it won't work that way unless you achieve stillness first. So that's first get your mind to still. When it's still completely, vipassana can practice. And for your information, my level can only teach you samatha or stillness. If you're gonna go vipassana, if you achieve stillness, go ahead, see my master. That's the one who will be teaching you, not me. Okay, and I will be happy for you if you can achieve that much. And if you learn anything, come back and tell me too, so I can learn from you too. So this can be give and take, everyone. Okay. Now, for those who understand this part, let's go to our basic. In samatha or stillness itself, there are 3 levels that one can achieve before we can go to vipassana. So let's take a look on the first level on this basis. The difference about meditation practice in the middle way also go is where it's focused, the mind. In the middle way meditation taught by our great master, we're focusing the mind inside our body at the place called center of the body or 7 bases of the mind. As you may can see on this diagram here, it's just about in the middle of our abdomen. But when you put into practice, this happened in our temple a lot in the past, but now a little bit easier now in these past 2 years. The fact is that when they talk about 7 bases, everyone just try very hard. 7 bases of the mind, squeezing their eyeballs out in order to find the 7 bases. And well, that wasn't work very well. So finally now, simply all you have to do is use your feeling. Because these 7 bases is just like the home for the mind. You don't have to look for it because it's already know where to go. All you have to do is stay relaxed and the mind itself will go to the 7 bases by itself. So you don't have to squeeze your eyeball out like you did in the past anymore, everyone. So cheer, good luck, okay? And on this part, the 7 bases of the mind is, according to our great master, this is the path to the everlasting happiness, or you can put simply in Buddhist term, the path to nirvana. So if you can focus your mind right there, find yourself in this stillness. Once you achieve this stillness, the door to open to know yourself, the true inner wisdom will be revealed, which we will talk about that at the end. Okay, let's take a look on the 7 bases a little bit before we go further. The 7 bases of the mind, it has its own function as it is. CNS standing for Central Nervous System. Okay, the first basis, which is our nostril, is the entrance. That's the entrance for the mind to travel. The mind will travel in and out. But once we die, it will travel only out. It's right now the mind traveling in, and it stay. But sometimes maybe wonder, but not 100%. It's still, traveling out, but not totally focused. But it's still inside. My point is, the first bed is where it's travel, entrance. The central nerve for the smell is at the corner of our eyes. The central nerve for the eyes or seeing is at the center of our head on this level, but it's on the top, on the center around here. So if you can imagine, just like in a diagram, okay? And the fourth base is on the roof of the mouth. It's about our hearing. You can see it's close to the ear. You can see it send information and receive it from here. And the taste is Adam's apple. The tongue receive the feeling and touching, send its information to the Adam's apple right here. Then we can know what it tastes like, sweet, hot, cold, and come to the navel area. That's our central nerve system for touching. Whatever we feel through our body is sent through this information to this here. And what we think, what we say, what we think is come to the 7 bases of the mind, which is where the mind stays. And that is how the mind is working. And so this is how the mind works. But is that all we need today? No. All you have to do is right now is stay focused on how you can experience, maintain your inner peace through stillness. And on this stillness, various state can be applied depending on each individual, how they would see, because each individual, each person, they're not the same. Like in this case, there are 12 various states of the mind when it stays still. The first one that I'd like to mention is, it just only feel awareness. I'm sure some of you may just meditate. You know what I'm saying. You know when I guide in meditation. And you just feel calm just like that. You know that what you're doing, what you're feeling at the moment. This is one state. Or some may just feel so much good that even have goosebumps. But not goosebumps because of see the ghost or something. We don't have a ghost at the moment. But when you meditate, it's even better when you find peace. So when you find goosebumps, this is the reaction for the form when you find a state of stillness. Or you have some teardrops coming out. Not because of you just yawn or don't have enough sleep, but it just only come from the stillness. Or you just feel cool, even though the place where you are sitting is very hot. Depend. This is the state of the mind that one can find. Or you can feel heat. Some people have this too. But the most common one that I see in our temple is body wobble. Miss Nancy, have you ever seen one in our temple? Like this, like this, or like this, like this. Or if you experience one like that too, I know we all have come passing that state, right, everyone? So that is something that experienced by many people. Or you just feel heavy, even though you are still, but you just feel heavy. Or you feel tingling, like ants crawling all over your skin. Something like this. This is the state of stillness come. Or you feel like body is frozen. It's just totally frozen. It don't even move. It's not heavy, but it's frozen. Or it's floating. One guy that I know, he went to ask my master, telling, Venerable, I meditate and I feel like my body floating and floating, my hand just lifting like I'm about to reach the roof. The master just laughed. Oh, you must be drinking a lot before you come to meditate, huh? So he said yes, but that was in the past before he come to the temple. So well, anyway, anyone can experience something like that as well. Or you could feel your body shrink or expand. However it is, that is also one of the experience each individual can experience. And the last one that I'd like to mention here is you could feel refreshed, even though you are very tired. But when you meditate, you feel refreshed. After you open your eye, you just feel like you're brand new, like waking up in the morning again. These are the various signs of stillness. But please note though, this is just only the first level. Like I mentioned earlier, there are 3 states of stillness for the samatha practice. Let's take a look. The level of concentration or stillness that we can find here. The first one is called the momentary concentration. In Pali term or Buddhist term, they call Kanika Samadhi. Okay, these are just only momentary. You can steal them. You can experience what I just mentioned earlier, but it's only temporary. If something distract you or putting you losing your focus, it will be gone. But once you find yourself stillness and make it more stable, it will reach to the second level, which is called intense concentration or Upachara Samadhi. This is come when it will give you the fruit when you've experienced something like brightness shine. You feel just very happy, content. If you have this, you reaching this level, but it could be longer or shorter, depend on how consistent on your practice. Some even just come very fast, depend on how expertise in your stillness before. You can just pass the first level, come to the second right away if you know how to maintain and practice regularly. But the third one, the Appana Samadhi or continuous and immense concentration. If you achieve, like for example, you find the brightness and joy, and you maintain it for a long time, this will open the path to Samatha. This will allow you to find yourself the next stage, to go into Vipassana meditation. The great master himself once said, no, not the great master, our master Luang Por Dhammachayo mentioned that the first stop is very difficult, but it's easier after you find it. So if you can get this much, get yourself to Appana Samadhi, next time when you come, it will be easy. But hey, if you are careless and you don't practice, like for example, oh, it's easy, and you don't practice for a whole month and come back, well, it's gonna take some time to dusting off. So please note, meditation must or require practicing regularly. Okay, and so by this is how one can achieve the samatha level. Okay, and so further, when you go into vipassana, I'm not really expertise on this, but just giving you some presentation on what I have gathered and found. Maybe if anyone who knows further can also teach me or let me know. But at the very least, when you find yourself come to the stillness itself will open yourself to allow yourself to reaching these 5 levels in stillness. They are jhana. This jhana having the first 5 levels like this. For example, 1, they are vitakka or direct thought. When your mind completely still, the first level of the stillness, I mean, not talking about the third level that I mentioned, when you achieve the immense continuous concentration, there are 5 levels in itself in here that to be mentioned. 1 is vitakka, the direct thought. The image that show into your mind will be just blurry. But once you continue to observe, stay still, more immense, more still, vichara, sustained thought will achieve. Once you find sustained thought, the image that show to you in your mind. The mind will reveal itself to you for you to see. Even though you close your eye, but you can see. This is the power of the mind. You could call third eye is open, but it's not like Doctor Strange, open his eye on his forehead. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this. The mind eye open even though we close our eyes. So that's when it happens. Get this sustained thought. The next level is not about the image anymore. The feeling of joy will come. When joy comes, that's third level. But better than joy is bliss or pleasure. Sukha will come. This is the fourth level. And then when you fly to the highest stillness level in apajana, in the immense and continuous concentration, ekata, is the unification of the mind. The mind completely unite with the body, completely still. This is when you are ready to go to vipassana. The third eye will be open, allow you to see and learn vipassana. For example, in Vitakka, direct thought, being able to see and feel, but it's just barely, just like you see in the picture here. But once you go into deeper, it will be clear just like this. When it's clear, it even mentioned by our master that when you come to this level, what you see may not as clear as your mind eye see. So if you have that much, congratulations, you way above me. So come teach me too, all right? All right, so therefore everyone, if you're having this, you may be wondering, then how does our mind come to react with the body? The answer is this. Oh, my bad. Here, the biochemical reaction of the body and mind are working this way. First, if you look at the diagram, you will see here it starts with concentration. When you begin to close your eye with the relaxation body and mind, once the first achieve level with concentration, the body know that, oh, you're not moving anymore. Why should I work? So it becomes less energy consumption. When it's less energy consumption, less metabolism rate begin to achieve. Because you don't need energy anymore. Why should I work? The stomach said. When the stomach said, you don't have to work, then I don't work. But then when the oxygen, when the the next is less oxygen consumption, the lung, it said, hey, when you don't need oxygen anymore, why should I work? So it begin to consume less. Then it causes us to breathe less. When it breathes less, it shows the sign. The body said, hey, everyone stop working. Well, I should work less too. Then physical relaxation achieved. When the physical relaxation achieved, next come is our mind. When our mind relaxation achieved, happiness come. When happiness come, the light, the brightness that we see in our meditation, or when we feel it, it will come. Thus, leading us to find inner peace. And if you can maintain it better, it will go to the second round. Now, this time concentration is even tighter and better. It would lead to less energy consumption even more. And it go around like this forever until you reach inner wisdom, which is the stillness, the completely stillness that I just mentioned there. All right, everyone. And this is how we learn and experience in our meditation. Okay. Last but not least, I'd like to share what our master Luang Por Dhammachayo has mentioned here. Inner body. The ultimate purpose of life is within us. It begins at the center of the body, at the seven base of the mind. Be still at the center of the body, the entrance to the inner body. When we reach the inner body, we transform from the unwise to the wise, from being ignorant to being bright. That which is hidden becomes known. That's all the knowledge, all the wisdom, what you've been searching for, the purpose, the ultimate purpose of life are waiting for you to be discovered inside. And the only way to do that is through practicing meditation. So hopefully the basic level that I share with you today could be enough. And I'm sure Miss Nancy is eager. Oh, I'm hungry. I have to go now. Tony may be hungry too. So I'm going to end our session now today. Before we part, I'd like to share you with information next time. So next week, yes, we have our teaching monk, Venerable Sander, will be in the spotlight on our DMEU session. And me and Miss and with others we'll be getting ready for our gathering meditation on June 26th. If you're in the area, please come join. Information, ask Nancy or Jitlada Saunders for more information. Okay, all right. And that's what I like to say. Oh, before we can, let me sell my stuff too before we end. Okay, for next on July 8 to July 10, we have meditation retreats. If you're having a time and living around, closing in UK or anywhere that you can travel freely, come join us on meditation retreat. One thing I like to note though, you can practice meditation every day. It's good. But those, if you don't practice continuously, sometimes you may not know what is continuous practice is like. So in the retreat, we allow you to open this opportunity. In Thailand, where my temple is, we have meditation retreat like this almost every week. But since COVID strike, they have to stop for that time. But before that, every week, so people taking turn to go over there and find this meditation retreat. Because it's every week, people can find this access and learn progress. It helps you a lot. So if you go there, please note, taking this as a vacation, a time to rest. Don't go with expectation. If you go with expectation, you may not find anything because we're going there for the mind to rest, not for to find something. Okay, please take note. And next, this is my schedule. Anyone who interested for more activities, you can send me the or ask Nancy. This is I'm teaching on Zoom and online, both on YouTube. Zoom, you can see the schedule here, and also in Clubhouse on mobile phone in the afternoon, or anyone can watch the rerun as well. And here, this is my Clubhouse information. You can, if you have the apps in your mobile phone, just search for GTM Inner Peace Club, and you will see my Clubhouse opening available every day, every weekday. Okay. And last but not least, all the record will be shown and kept in this GTM Great Teaching Monk channel. So this is my YouTube. Before I used to share my information on my gem, but the problem is it's just too many. I don't have time to update them all. So if you are having my channel and you want to learn further, check out on my YouTube channel, searching for Great Teaching Monk. You may be more easier access than there. Anyway, so that's what I like to say today. So thank you very much, Miss Nancy and Miss Jitada, for being a host today. I will return the floor to you now.
Thank you, เจ้าค่ะหลวงพี่พิสิทธิ์ That's very helpful Dhamma talk today. I hope everyone enjoy Dhamma talk today as well. Enjoy meditation. If anyone would like to pay respect to our teaching monk, please bow 3 times. Bow, bow, bow.
May you find yourself with peace and happiness in life. May all your wishes come true swiftly and fast without delay. Whenever you practice meditation, may you attain inner peace and everlasting happiness very, very soon without delay.
สาธุ
Don't forget taking photo.
Smile.